Greetings, my friend. I am D. Grant Smith, the growth farmer for personal development through the lens of spirituality and storytelling. And I've got another fun and exciting story to share with you guys for today, coming from one of my writing journals with a few prompts and some keywords that I had to include inside this. And I'll be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it, this was the first story that I wrote from this journal, and I'm not sure if I actually used all of the words that are suggested that I was supposed to in here. Maybe I broke the rules. Oh well. Still, it's a creative story, and um, it's a way to think about things in a different perspective. So instead of giving you a whole overview of what this story is about, I'm just going to go ahead and dive into it, and also invite you to enjoy and experience more of my storytelling through the short novels and other collections that I have available exclusively at growthfarming.com. If you go to Amazon looking for me and my stories, you're not going to find them. Why is that? Why not put everything on Amazon and KDP and everything like all the other authors do? Well, here's the deal. If you buy something from me or that I've written that's on Amazon, how the heck am I supposed to know about it? And how am I supposed to interact with you and hear what your experience is? There's no way for us to do that. So I'm not interested in that. I am interested in connecting with you as a reader and as a partaker and as somebody that is also on your own spiritual personal development journey, and see how what I've created has impacted or inspired you in some way. That means something to me right here in my heart place, not ironically where my Superman emblem is. So that's why I have everything exclusively at my website, which is growthfarming.com. And I invite you to enjoy and partake in all of the offerings that are available there. So with that, here is a story titled A Strange Request at a Piano Bar. The keys rang softly, fingers skipping lightly across ivory whites, cigarette smoke wafting gingerly amongst random tables. Only a dozen or so patrons in the room. The music sounded awkward and a little out of place, like a novice juvenile student giving their first piano recital. Not a bar where apple martinis mixed with sassafras roots, ginger, conversations on politics and controversy, and crossed legs invite a carnival of takers. The keys rang louder, hands moving rapidly. The build up to crescendo, or an attempt at intensity to keep the mask on so the strange player in this lonely piano bar could continue to fool no one but himself that he had any right to be sitting at that instrument. A tap on the shoulder, a sudden halt to the intermittent droning of three notes played on two bass chords. With a twirl on the bench, the middle-aged player turned to see a gorgeous blonde woman in a sparkling white dress, pearls bejeweling her neck, and a diamond bracelet on her left wrist. "Excuse me, sir, but can I make a request?" the woman asked. Her voice was a little deeper than he expected. Sure, he squeaked out, surprised by his own inability to sound like the husky, handsome man he once fancied himself to be. Age, too many sour performances, both under the sheets and behind the keys, had sprained his ego and confidence to a point of no return. "Thank you," she replied with a smile. "I'd like to sit here and give this a try." "You want me to get up and let you play?" the player asked, feeling every ounce of his attraction and curiosity blend in an oxidation of intrigue and embarrassment. What if she is an actual performer? That voice seems familiar. That face, that body, he thought, reminds me of a night not long ago when I first heard the music of Billie Holiday. And that's the end of the story. When the story was coming to me, what would it be like to be at a piano bar and there's some kind of middle-aged dude that might have had some piano talents at one point in his life, maybe several years ago, but he's basically just banging away on the piano, but like pretending to be a piano player, but there's nobody else in the piano bar that is asking him to leave. And what would it be like if somebody like Diana Krall, infamous jazz piano player and singer, what if that person happened to be there? And maybe out of act of pity or just wanting to play some music for herself, she tapped the man on the shoulder and asked him if he would mind if she sat down and played. And how would that possibly have changed the experience for even the guy who seems to be trying to put on some sort of mask and try to present himself and convince himself that he really does have what it takes, or he really is somebody that matters. And then this amazing, talented, beautiful musician taps him on the shoulder, and instead of insulting him or saying, "Get up, you don't belong here," instead just makes a simple request. Do you mind if I play for a few minutes? And what if in that experience it changes something, not only in the dynamic of the room, because now the music that's going to be played will be something that sounds completely different, but also there was a kindness that was extended to this person. And maybe what it was that they really wanted, maybe wasn't even like acknowledgement or some sort of recognition of some kind, but maybe what was really the cry of the heart was just an act of kindness. So that's where that story went for me. What do you think? Does it sound like an act of kindness to you, or does it sound like something else? I'd love to hear what your take is on this story. And I'd love to invite you to enjoy and partake in my other great stories and short novels and collections that are all available at growthfarming.com. I appreciate you, I love you, and I'll see you again soon.